Shalom, this is GMS on Let's Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'Hasham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hasham Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Gone. What I want to talk about today is that you got to have something called a perfect hatred and balance. The wrath that we feel towards these heathens, the anger that we feel towards Esau, and the things that they do, the things that vex us in this wicked society, it's perfect hatred towards this society, man. The scripture says that we're supposed to hate abomination vehemently, which the word vehemently goes into an intense manner. So we gotta hate everything, all the nonsense that comes with this wicked society, all the things that have been turned upside down by the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We gotta hate all those things with an intense manner. Thus said the Bible. But then, within your day-to-day life, you gotta find that balance, man. You gotta find that balance for that within that hatred. You gotta find a place of rest for that anger, for that wrath. And that's only gonna happen when you basically reach a level in this truth. Like, let me give a quick example, man. I was talking about this with a brother a couple of days ago. I think it was last week. We were speaking about that. First, you like seeing a bitch walking in the streets with tight pants, maybe only the leggings on. I remember back in the days when I was in the world, I like to see them females in jeans leggings. Because it's tight, you see everything. But then when I came into the truth, it's like, what are these hoes doing? That's what me and the brother was talking about, because me and him share the same thoughts concerning it. As of yet, before that conversation, we only knew about the anger that we feel towards these females that trying to show off everything and are walking around like sluts. We only knew that about each other, that we was like-minded on that thing. But then while we was having the conversation, we basically said the same thing at the same time. Like, now my mind is like, I don't give a shit about what they do, because this is their nature. This is their nature. Until the kingdom comes, this is what they're gonna be. So just let it be, and keep it moving, man. We gotta keep it moving, man. We can't be worried about these females, man. Worrying about yourself in this truth is already hard enough, man. Fighting off these demons, fighting off, these temptations and lusts and shit like that, man. They you be worrying about what females be dressing, that are straight up in the world, had multiple dicks up in them. Nah, man, that's just their nature for the time being. So my point is, the longer you're in this truth, your mind state is gonna change. It's gonna change level. It's gonna keep changing level. Like the apostle also says, in the beginning they were screaming. They were screaming off the top of the lungs, man. But then you learn how to keep it cool, calm, and collective. You learn to edify. You learn to bring out certain information that is food for thought. So it's the same with this. You gotta learn that you gotta give wrath. You gotta give it a place, man. You can't walk around like a Tasmanian devil 24/7, man. walking around in Esau's society 24/7 like Tasmanian devil, man, devouring everything that comes in your path. You know, you can't walk around like that, man. You gotta give it a place, man, until it's the time, you know, to unleash it, man. Combined with the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So without further ado, I want to touch on these scriptures. First scripture is Psalms chapter 139, verse 17. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O Yahweh, how great is the sum of them. If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahweh. Depart from me, Slakia, let me read it again. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahweh. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. And who are these bloody men? These crackers, man, these Edomites. You know, nowadays. You know, it's also Jake, of course, because Jake have become like their father, the devil, which is Esau. You know, but how does Esau conquer the world? By rape, rob, and murder, man. So he's full of blood. And then they be selling out Israelites. They be selling out Israelites to spread lies. They're blocking the truth. So their hands is full, man. Their hands is full of the blood of the saints. You know? Verse 20. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do I not hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. So for the cats that be talking about, you can't hate, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, which the word abhor means hate. That's what they say. The word abhor means to avoid, plus the word for Edom. Edom there in the Hebrew is Aram, which is not even Edom, it's Aram. Aram is Assyrian. So this is what they do, man. They take away and they add to the scriptures, but they heap condemnation unto themselves, man. You know, but like King David said, man, the enemies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we hate them, man. You know, and you got these heathens being the enemy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but you also got our own people being the enemy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But who's the main enemy of the Jacob descendants and the Heavenly Father, man? The main enemy is Esau, the so-called white man. You know, and those are just facts, man. And Esau know it themselves too, man. You got memes out there. You know, someone in the Ku Klux Klan suit pulling up at Heaven's Gate with his Ku Klux Klan suit, and then you see a dark-skinned angel there, and then it says, "What if?" I believe some cracker quoted it too, saying like, "What if we go to heaven and we realize God is black? We will be fucked up." That's what some Edomites said. I remember that. You know, and that's true, man. That's true, because they look what they did to our people, man. If I watch videos concerning slavery, if I only will watch a movie about slavery, 12 Years a Slave, you know, Roots, what's this other movie? You got a lot of movies, man. You know, if I watch this, man, my spirit is vexed, man. My spirit is vexed. But that doesn't mean that I go out to work the next day, start beating up a couple crackers, you know, losing my job, being all out of control. You know, you gotta find a resting place for this wrath, man, until it's time to unleash it. You know, because yeah, we hate them with a perfect hatred. There's nothing wrong with that. But the longer you be in this truth, the more you start realizing, like, listen, this ain't working, man. It's not working to be furious 24/7, man. You gotta give a place of rest to this wrath, man, so you can function, so you can do your daily things, and you know, you won't get in trouble, man. Because we still under the so-called white man. The Most High put him in this place. The Most High set him up to be the ruler, you know, ruling by the sword. So you want to fight? You want to fight against the Most High? The Most High didn't uplift our curses yet. It's slowly happening, but the Most High is not done with us yet. Esau's still in his rulership, man. So who are you to lay hands upon a certain man? Therefore, the scripture says, "Lay hands on no man suddenly, man." Lay hands on no man suddenly. You know, so you gotta find this balance. So what does the scripture say? Romans chapter 12 verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And that goes for heathen also. As long as it is possible. Listen, we ain't no pussy ass niggas, man. If someone lays hands on us, we lay hands on him. Of course, that's normal, man. You gotta defend yourself. But don't let your carnality reach the clouds, man. That you're ready to stomp every Edomite's face in. Yeah, because the Most High hates them. And you gotta hate them too with a perfect hatred. Be ye perfect like your Father which is in heaven. Listen, man, to hate them is normal. To be angry and furious and full of wrath towards them is normal. But you gotta watch out, man. Because you're fighting against the Most High. If you're fighting against them, well, they are still in their kingdom, man, which they have gotten from the Most High. Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. You see? So it says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, man. So every man according to his ways, every man according to his patience, his stamina, you know, because these devils be provoking you, of course. These heathens be provoking you to wrath. You know, Satan be jumping upon them, and some cats are not as temperate as others, man. Which the word temperate means self-controlled. But you gotta learn it, man. You gotta learn to be self-controlled, man. You gotta learn to control your flesh, man. Why a good thing is to fast. It's a good thing to fast, man, because if your spirit and your flesh are upon the same level, you know, in a day-to-day basis, if you weaken your flesh, your spirit doesn't even have to get stronger, but your flesh gets weaker. So automatically, your spirit gets stronger, man. You know. And then when you're done fasting, put your prayers up, and you have to be mentally prepared upon for that demon, man. That same demon to come back, man. Or demons to jump upon other people to mess you up again, man, after your fast. Because that's what happened, man. That's what happened to Yahushua, Matthew chapter 5, I believe, or Matthew chapter 3. If I'm correct, where Satan pulled up, you know, after the 40 days and 40 nights fasting, Satan was right there at the doorstep, man. Turn these stones into bread. Worship me now, I will give you the dominion of all these kingdoms. Jump off of this building. Thou shalt not tempt the Most High. So Satan was right there, man. So you got to know also, you got to stay spiritual. And even after the fast, don't just jump upon the food and be back to your old self. No, man. Break your fast with something small. You know, because the you gotta look at it spiritual, man. The harder you go back into eating a bunch of nonsense again, the harder you go back to your old mannerisms, you know, or the main reason wherefore you went to fast, man. It's all spiritual, man. Sometimes you gotta compare the spiritual with the carnal, or the carnal with the spiritual. So take it easy with the food, man, and just you know, get back in the rhythm, you know, and don't be hasty like that, man. You know, so if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, so according to your ways, and if your ways is low concerning being self-control, you know, controlling your flesh, not getting carnal. If your ways are weak concerning that, like I said, man, go on a fast. Pray to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, to strengthen you in that category, man. Examine thyself. Then you gonna know, and then you gonna learn what you need, man. And the Most High will give you. Verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto rest. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Rather give place unto wrath. You know, don't try to avenge yourself as of yet, because the Most High will give us the power, man. The Most High will give us and grant us the strength, the power, the glory, you know, the new bodies, spiritual power. The Most High will grant us these things, man. The Most High will grant us these things. So, but until we get these things, we gotta hold fast, man. And for the time being, give that wrath, that hatred a place, because you cannot function, man. You cannot function among heathens, man, in a society, even though you're among Jake, for example, the brothers over there in Suriname, the brothers over there in Guyana, Jamaica, our people have become worse than the wicked, man. Our people have become worse than Esau, man. So you're amongst the wicked of our nation. What does the book of Jeremiah say? Among my people are found wicked men. So you gotta realize, like, look, there's wickedness 360 degrees around us. If you quick to snap, and if you quick to unleash this wrath that you have, you're gonna mess yourself up, man. That's why it says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, said Yahweh. You know? So, to go into the book of Proverbs, it also explains you. Let me see, Proverbs. It also explains you that it can be beneficial to just act normal, man, and to be at peace with all men. You know, I often laugh at myself, man. I'm not kidding. I often laugh at myself. I'm supplanting these Edomites, man. I had this job application. Two Edomite CEOs or team leaders of the company be sitting in front of me. And, you know, while I was on this job application to get this higher function, they was boasting and bragging like, listen, it doesn't work like that. You know, with only 4 years experience, what do you think? You can come and sit around us, you know, be on our level, you know, with the knowledge of the projects and this and that, which is not knowledge, but you know, just to put it in words. So I was just telling my story. I was just telling my background. I was like, listen, man, you got people that learn stuff in 10 or 15 years, but you also got people that learn things in 4 years, man. So who are you to tell me that's not possible? You know, he said, yeah, I cannot trust you, you know, with blind eyes, man. It's like, yo, whatever, man. You know, so I just stayed confident, and eventually, at the end of the job application, Esau noticed that for me, it's no problem, man. If they don't hire me, it's no problem for me. You know, Esau knew that he had to be the one that had to convince me to come and work over there, man. You know, I don't have to convince them. That's what they noticed. And then he didn't want to say it, but I kind of see that you are fit for this function, for this higher function. And I was like, yeah, we'll see, man. In our next sit down. So the most I can fix all kinds of things, man. If you just keep yourself in check. You gotta keep yourself in check, man. And as long as we're bidding this truth onto other men and try to help other men, correct other men, you know, making videos, motivational videos, edificational videos, we gotta keep ourselves in check, man. You know, I forgot the scripture how it goes exactly, but I'm roughly paraphrasing. The Apostle Paul said, I gotta keep it under my flesh. Let me see, under flesh. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 26. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. So that's what we all gotta do, man. We gotta keep bringing ourselves into subjection. The flesh, you gotta keep bringing your flesh under subjection, man. You can't let your carnality take over, man. And that's what this video is all about, man. You gotta give that wrath a place, you know. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. And that's a nightmare, man. That's a nightmare to even think about. You know, preaching His word, but then eventually you yourself fall off, man. Eventually you yourself fall off. There was this dude in the camp, we call him Queen B, Queen Bitch. You know, he was more worried about his training suit getting dirty than his garment getting dirty. And his garment was dirty as fuck, man. Always. His garment was always dirty as fuck, man. You know, which was spiritual, because this dude did some dirt on the side. Anyways, he was making motivational videos before he got kicked out the camp, and he took a hiatus and went to Cabo Verde, you know, the Cape Verdean Islands. This dude was making motivational videos. Endure. His last video was named Endure. Then the video before that was Are You Without Sin? Stuff like that, right? Trying to motivate brothers, like, you know, things can happen what you have. But then his last video was Endure. You know how shameful that's gonna be for him in the kingdom. The last video, the last spiritual letter that you wrote unto the brothers in the four corners of the earth was that they have to endure. That's your last letter. And then you yourself fell away. And that's a shame, man. He's gonna feel that in the kingdom. For real, man. He's gonna feel that in the kingdom. So while we're doing all these, while we're preaching the word and checking ourselves, you know, checking brothers on certain things, you know, being temperate, you know, guiding brothers. You know, we gotta pray, man. We gotta pray to Yahweh Shem Yahshua that we are not being cast off ourselves, man. You know, and keep ourselves in subjection and in check. You know, Yahweh Ratazah, the Most High be content with us. You know, and so our bodies may be changed, man, and the wrath may be unleashed. But like I said, man, for the time being, man, keep under your body, which means to keep your flesh in subjection. Give that wrath a place and keep doing your day-to-day things, man. And give the Lord his offering, like it says in the book of Sirach. You know? Shall I grab it? Yeah, let me grab it real quick. Sirach. Sirach. I think it's 17 or something. 16, 17. Damn. Hey, this is a beautiful one too anyways. This is Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth and secured, and in thy security shalt thou be destroyed, or thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. Good unto thyself, something to that effect. Yes, this is it, man. Sirach chapter 14 verse 11. My son, according to thy ability, do good unto thyself, and give the Lord his due offering. You know, so constantly keep working on yourself, keeping yourself in check, learning to adapt, learning to go with the spirit, you know, that is out there, that's being pushed by the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and adapt to it, man. Constantly adapt, you know, and grow in the spirit, man. You can't stay hanging on that one talent, man. On that one talent, being your character, but also being, you know, the things you know and bring out there for people to learn of. You know, you can't let it hang on one level, man. You gotta grow, man. You gotta adapt. You gotta, you know, mature in this truth, man. Because you see these people, man. You see these people in the world. You know, they have a body of like 30 years old, but their mind is like 12 years old. You can't be like that in the truth, man. You fucking retarded if you like that, man. So you gotta keep growing, man, and reach your full potential. You know, and please Yahweh Shem Yahshua to the best of your ability. So with that, I'm gonna say, call Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Shalom to the elect.